What's up, y'all? It's your girl name it's like a Squeaky Sister, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Y'all, as I promised, I will be doing a devotional every day. I said I was going to stay consistent. I speak so much of consistency every day, but I said I was going to be consistent on YouTube the same way I am on Instagram and TikTok. So here we are with our daily devotional. Good morning if you're watching right now at 9:35 a.m. Good afternoon if it's in the afternoon, or whatever time it is. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for watching. Today I just want to do a little bit of teaching. I realize when you are in, and I'm gonna just be talking a lot too. If you new here, welcome. I'm Name McFly. I teach people how to manifest the life that they have been given the vision for by God. I also help people build their relationships with God, specifically the younger generation, but I also help older people heal and, really just be at ease. God is my best friend in the entire world, and I love him to pieces, and he loves me too. But what I realized is that being on so many different social media platforms, that there's always going to be people who have something to say. This specific person said something to me about, I don't know if it was about the event that I'm having, the 30K event that I'm having December 9th here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm not really sure, but whatever it is that I posted had nothing to do with what the person said. And you can ignore things or you can respond. I chose to respond gracefully. They responded again and I didn't say anything back. I didn't even open it and read it because I don't have to if I don't want to. But it just made me, I slept on it and made me want to teach more about it. So today we're going to be learning a little bit about manifestation. Now, some people say that manifestation is evil and that's not of God and it's not in the Bible. And I tell people all the time, I actually had somebody on my short say, this is not of God. You're teaching people about manifestation. You're supposed to be a woman of God. Well, let's get down to the nitty gritty, because it in fact is in the Bible. It's in John, it's in Romans. And I don't know the Bible word for word from beginning to end. I'm still learning the Bible myself. I know a couple of verses, but I know how to pull it up. I know how to pull some things up. But I want to start with, what is the definition of manifestation or manifest? There are multiple different definitions for the word manifest, just like everything else. But the very first one says clear or obvious to the eye or mind. The second one says a display or show a quantity or feeling by one's acts or appearance, and then it says demonstrate. Then they have another one, be evidence of or prove, which I personally like. And then this one, of an element, become apparent through appearance of symptoms. And I think that's it. So a lot of times people feel like when they say, or I can't say a lot of people, but I personally think that people hear the word manifest and think that it's something that you are trying to put together, or you trying to make something happen out of something that you already have. That's not the definition of manifest. What I'm thinking people are confusing is alchemy and manifest. Manifestation is me. I am praying for these things that I wouldn't be praying for this stuff if God didn't put it in my heart and God didn't put it in my mind. Now, that's not to say that I'm not praying, God, give me $1 million. God, make me a millionaire. God, make me famous. That's me personally. I'm not doing that. The things that I pray for are the things that God has shown me. And what God has shown me is for me. So how can you tell me that I can't manifest what God gave to me? But that's neither here nor there. I have some words. So yesterday I read out of my grandmother's Bible. I understand this Bible, King James. I understand it, but I don't like to read it out loud because it sounds like I can't read. So I'm going to be reading from the New King James Version. We are in Romans 1 specifically, and let me go down. I'm sorry, y'all. So I'm going to go down. We're going to be reading Romans 1 and 18. And it states, for the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who suppress the truth in unrighteousness, because what may be known of God is manifest in them, for God has shown it to them. Let me highlight that and let me say that again, because that's the verse that I came here for. Because what may be known of God is manifest in them, for God has shown it to them. For since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because although they knew God, they did not glorify him as God, nor were thankful, but became futile in their thoughts, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Professing to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the incorruptible God into an image made like corruptible man, and birds, and four-footed animals, and creeping things. Therefore God also gave them up to uncleanliness, in the lust of their hearts, to dishonor their bodies among themselves, who exchanged the truth of God for the lie, and worshipped and served serve the creature rather than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this reason, God gave them up to vile passions, for even their women exchanged the natural use for what is against nature. Likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust for one another, men with men, committing what is shameful, and receiving in themselves the penalty of their error, which was due. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to the debased mind to do things which are not fitting. Be filled with unrighteousness, sexual immorality, wickedness, controversial malice, full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, evil-mindedness. They are whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, violent, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, undiscerning, untrustworthy, unloving, unforgiving, unmerciful, who knowing the righteous judgment of God, that those who practice such things are deserving of death, not only do the same, but also approve of those who practice them. That's a word in itself. I was not expecting to read all of that, but God literally told me to keep reading, so I did. I will be obedient in his word. It's so much that we could touch on and unpack in this, but I'm going to just go back to and stick to the script, not even the script, but I'm going to just go back and stick to what I came here for, because what may be known of God is manifest in them, for God has shown it to them. Like I said, God gives you vision. God has shown you. He put down those desires in your heart and those visions in your head, because he knows that you can obtain those, because that's what he set forth for you. He gave you the blueprint. I don't know why I'm tongue-tied this morning. He gave you the blueprints. All you gotta do is follow it. And it's so hard to just say, well, God showed me this and I know this is the way I'm supposed to go, but it's taking so long, but I'm gonna stick it out. We get so impatient with things, and I think that going back to my own story with this person who wrote me on one of the social media platforms, what I think is they're thinking that I'm glorifying money, and I'm not. I could be talking about 30K, anything. And like I said on my TikTok, if you're not following me on TikTok, make sure you do. I'm SqueakySister on everything. It's not the things that I'm after. But if God has promised me certain things, that's what God promised me. That's what God told me. All I know is that I am doing my due diligence. Why I can't talk this morning? Like, the devil is a liar. The enemy is a liar. Like, you don't want me to put this message out. You don't want me to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway, because this is important. Manifestation is not something that just came out of your mind, that just popped out of there. God gives you your thoughts. Just like you and me, God thinks too. God instilled certain things in you. The same way God made me get up and say, okay, Shanae, you have all these people who follow you and who are looking for your word. The same way that he gave it to somebody else. So, okay, you are in charge of this company. You are the spearhead of this. You got to put this out there. I'm going to give a message regardless, no matter what platform it's on. No matter what it is that somebody has to say, I'm still going to do what God told me to do. Because God showed it to me what I'm supposed to do. God showed me the people that's watching me. Whether you like, comment, any of that. I know you watching it and I know you heard it. I know you see it. Whatever it takes to get people to reach God's glory, to see God's grace, to get their anointing, to get their blessing, I'm going to do my part and make sure that I helped you get there. I'm not saying that, oh, I want to be a part of it. But if God sent me on this mission, I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to do it. That's just point blank, period. But I just want people to not have such a negative connotation of the word manifest or manifestation, because it is in the Bible. Like, granted, everything that I just read, it is so much more for me to touch on that. But I'm not even going to go there because I am not the most holy person. I'm not saying that I do everything right. I'm still learning. I feel like I'm going to be forever learning. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. You do not have to be perfect to serve God. You do not have to be perfect. But it's about progression and getting closer to God. Your walk with God is always going to look different than the next person's walk. And that's okay. It's okay to be different. It's okay to not want to do what everybody else does. I pray that this message receives somebody the way that it needs to. I pray that people don't look at this and say, well, she didn't really make me feel better about it. Like, I'm not even here to make nobody feel good, I promise you. And that's how I feel about everybody not gonna be happy. There's always a message within the message. You can't please everybody. I'm not even trying to please man. I'm trying to please God. I'm trying to do what God has called me to do here. That's it. Y'all, I'm probably going to upload another video today because I don't want to feel like I'm... You know what? It don't even matter. We got to learn to be satisfied with ourselves, be satisfied with the work that we put out. Nothing comes easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. What God calls you to do is what God called you to do. What God has manifested in you, and you're manifesting it. I don't care what people say. You are manifesting whatever it is that God put inside of me. I'm manifesting that it happens. I'm manifesting that everything that God showed me happens. Because you know why? I'm doing the work to get it there. I'm doing the work to make sure that it happens. I'm doing the work that I need to do inside of me and inside of my surroundings. Not even inside my surroundings, but everything surrounding me. And y'all, that's one more thing. Everybody not supposed to go with you. Everybody can't go with you. And you won't be fully blessed the way that you're supposed to be blessed with certain people around. Do the work. I pray that somebody receives this message. I pray that we all learn something today. Have a beautiful and blessed day. I love y'all so much. If you liked what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Talk to me. I talk back. I only talk back in the comments, though, of everything. Y'all have a wonderful day. I will see y'all later on.